Welcome to another Snyder Fans Read Comics. I know it's been a long time since I've said that, but hey, we are back after a few weeks away, and we're here to talk about Absolute Superman number 3 and Absolute Batman number 4. So, without further ado, I'm obviously joined by Jared from Comics League. Welcome on abroad. Welcome abroad. What? I can't even talk today.
So which one do you want to talk about first? It's all good, dude.
Okay, let's talk about Absolute Batman. Let's get that one
Batman.
out the
Okay.
way.
All right. So let me do that. The good old alphabetical order. I see how you're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing Batman first.
Okay.
So let me
let's do this.
let me screenshot. There we go. What a cover, by the way.
Yeah, I like this Joe. Like, it almost makes Batman look like Bane in the way he looks, I think. So this issue is actually really interesting because it's showing the origin of Absolute Batman. So we see Bruce Wayne. This is after his father is killed and he's in court testifying. And he apparently wants to give a speech. And I like is that then it cuts back and we see like Batman. He shows up and is looking very vampiric in this.
Reminds me of a certain appearance.
Oh, Morbius. It's Morbin time. I had to. But so this is actually kind of interesting because one of the most well-known Batman Elseworld stories is called Red Rain, where he fights Dracula and becomes a vampire.
Yeah,
so it's actually kind of cool how he does that. So he jumps down, he even goes scream. He even like sounds like a bat. He bites someone with fangs. I get that he's going like fear and theatricality. Theatricality and deception are powerful agents. But it's like, okay. And he also cuts someone's throat. So again, this Batman kills people.
Yes.
And so Batman also aims a gun at someone. Oh, interesting. So what we learn here is that Bruce was doing a trip to the zoo was a little engineering project where they had to build a bridge. And what he did is he made a bridge out of like the wing structure of bats. And this is also kind of where we get the origin for like the stilt things that he uses when he's Stilt Man.
Stilt Man. I love how you described that. Stilt Man.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Tabby? So Batman escapes and then he's like, yeah, this isn't it's not just theatrics. I need something else. Hey, what's up, Cameron?
Hey,
so he trains. I like how as he's lifting, he goes, think bigger. And I'm like, oh, you have no idea how big you're gonna get.
It's gonna become Tankman.
Yeah, he's gonna become the Batman who lifts. And Batman apparently has a Tonka truck that he drives onto this truck. Now here's where the groundedness of this kind of gets so Batman's there, he pulls a trigger, and the tiny RC car can flip a semi-truck.
Oh,
I'm like, okay, I get that this is comic books, but my suspension of disbelief is getting a little too stretched. Let me put it to you that way. And then Batman shows up and beats the crap out of these criminals. Then we see like the structure of the bridge, and Bruce is like showing his father, and he's showing that like he can like learn how to make it stronger. And then we cut back to Bruce in the courtroom, and he gives this speech about his father being proud of him and stuff. And then he goes, I never want him to leave. Then we see Bruce leaving Gotham, assuming that this is like him going on his journey to train to become Batman. Like he's going to find a blue flower and bring it to Qui-Gon Jinn in the mountains somewhere.
Nice reference there, Jared.
Thank you. And he returns and he goes into a bat cave, train some more, and then apparently a lot of the bat thing is an exoskeleton, which I could have told you that. And then see, there you go, he has his bat thumb, which apparently it's like Scorpion's like
get over here.
It says, "Get over here." It's pretty much that, and he can also do he can also do his stealth thing, and he also has the little Batman axe, the Bat Axe. And he goes, "Hello there," and then the Bat Axe says, "General Kenobi."
Hello there.
Yeah, exactly. And then we see more of Batman. He's tracking criminals, and then he's being chased by the GCPD, and we see the absolute Batman design. And he goes and visits Joe Chill. And that is absolute Batman number 4.
Cool.
Yes,
Yes.
Brad, really good.
So Tevye says, how's the day going? The day going amazing. He says, oh, that's how it became Batman Who Lives, epic. And he says, and Tevye also says, reminds me of Nolan's Batman from The Dark Knight. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's like where they got a lot of the inspiration for this.
Exactly.
But yeah, I really like this issue because it does some original stuff. It follows a lot of the same beats as like traditional Batman Origins, but they managed to put it into one issue in a way that I didn't think was like overdone. The one part I doubt is the whole RC car can flip a semi truck. Besides that, I'm pretty good with this.
I actually enjoyed the issue. When I read it, I was like, oh my god, Batman got a gun. Batman's got a
He
gun.
has a gun. Yes, exactly.
That,
And the artist, by the way, is Gabriel Hernando Walta. So it's not Nick Dragotta as usual, but still pretty dope.
and you know what I was also going to say, Jared, is that what's also intriguing is the fact that I used that image as a thumbnail when Batman had a gun. I had to put that in the thumbnail.
Yeah, you have to, because that will get attention, my brother. That will get attention. Even if like in the episode or comic, I did that once during a Justice League rewatch thing. Batman shoots a flare gun, but in the thumbnail it's Batman holding a flare gun like it's an actual pistol. I had to, and by the way, that thumbnail was like one of my most interacted ones. So you know what? I win. So shall we get all super?
What would you rate the book though?
Oh, solid 9.5 out of 10. Really dug this issue a lot.
Yeah, I'd say a 9.5 out of 10 in regards to the artwork. The one minor thing obviously is the RC, but that's a hit or miss thing anyway. So
it's like, all right, fine. It's Batman stuff. I mean, remember during the Chip Zdarsky Batman run, you had Batman fall from space and survive
with his bat trunks as a mask.
And then Brown Destroyer says, no, what is it different from the other Batman, the court scene, the mother factor? I would say that's completely different from the other Batman comics. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, that's what I like about the Absolute Comics, because again, like I said before, my concern when they first announced this was, is it going to be different enough from the main continuity? Because obviously, if it's relatively the same, what's the point of doing an alternate continuity? But seeing this, I'm like, ooh, interesting.
The way the direction that they're going in, it's like, I'm absolutely digging it. I'm absolutely loving each individual. Huh?
You said I'm absolutely digging it. I was like, pun intended.
Yes. Definitely. And you know what's also cool, Jared, is the fact that Scott Snyder just absolutely loving working on Batman.
Well, again, Court of Owls is him.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm excited for that. So, shall we switch over to Superman?
Absolute Superman. And this one was another really good one. So this one's talking a lot about error. It has to reload. Give it a second. Okay, hang on. All right. So what we see here is it is more Krypton stuff, more like information on Krypton. We see like essentially a Fortress of Solitude, but what I like with this, it's all red. And I need to say this, I love the coloring in this book.
You know, the art style on this, I was just like, it reminds me of Superman 878. so
Yeah,
much.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they were inspired by for the Fortress of Solitude. So what they're essentially what they're kind of leading to is that Krypton is sick in the core. In other words, by Brown says, what's interesting here is that Bruce Wayne was preparing for Batman even before his father's death, specifically with the Bat-Sickle project. Yeah, kind of. That is really cool. So what we see here is Jor-El and Lara spend day and night working on like their solution to what's going on with Krypton. And then we see like this weird poison that's like killing all the birds and animals on Krypton. You notice how it's kind of green, almost like it's a kryptonite.
It's a kryptonite gas.
And by I will say, Clark has one of the coolest like hover scooters I have ever seen.
You want one of those? I'm guessing.
Yes, I do. I do want one of those. And so again, we see more of like the poisonous gas. And Clark is also doing a little writing because again, what Jason Aaron is kind of showing is that Clark was always like had that journalistic flair in him. So what his plan is that he's gonna because the green gas stuff is being covered up by the Science Council of Krypton, so he's gonna like blow the lid off this government cover up, kind of like he's the champion of the oppressed. Then we see that Jor-El is being taken in by the Science Council for scientific heresy, kind of like how no one believed him in like Man of Steel or Superman 78 that the plan was going to blow up. They're arresting him so he doesn't cause a panic. And then Superman runs home, tells his mom we need to go rescue Dad, and then she shows up with a big effing gun.
And he's like, and that's why I titled the stream Supermom to the rescue.
Oh, trust me, this is gonna get a lot more hardcore. By the way, notice she's in the absolute Superman suit.
Yeah, the absolute Superman costume.
So she shows up and is just blasting shop with the cannon and makes you think, oh yeah, Clark does have access to this. Then we see she gets this dope helmet. I want a McFarlane figure of Lara with the helmet, because oh my gosh, that looks freaking amazing.
And don't forget the cape. Look at the cape.
Exactly, look at that freaking cape. My god, this just looks so cool. And Clark essentially like leaks out the story, and then they discover that the suit itself can transform into a ship. So apparently the ship is programmable matter, kind of like the Iron Man like suit that like is full of nanobots.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so we're gonna evacuate the planet. And then Clark's like, so where are we going? And then we get to in central Kansas at a senior living area in Smallville. So apparently Martha Kent had died of old age, and John Kent and Jonathan Kent is still there. Actually, no, it was John Kent's the one that died of old age, and then Martha Kent is in the like living room thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And then Tevye brings up, reminds him of the Hellbat armor and Spawn, but mixed together. Yeah, that looks it looks dope. I'm gonna go back to that image because that just looks so cool.
Yeah, go back to that image. We need that image.
Here you go. Yes. I wonder whether Swamp Thing can solve Krypton. Maybe. I mean, if Swamp Thing was on Krypton, maybe.
That's a good question, by the way. Because imagine if Swamp Thing was on Krypton.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it would be interesting.
It would have been interesting to do a story based on that. Brand Destroyer is asking, which helmet of Krypton would you say is cooler, this one or from the New 52 Superman's helmet?
Oh, okay. Hang on. I'll get the Unchained helmet. You mean this? All right.
Let me full screen you. 1 second.
You mean that? Honestly, first off, I'm sure that this is what Aaron is inspired by, and I need to say, I have a bit of an affinity to this, so I'm tempted to say this, but the fact that thing is like programmable, like matter is just too cool. I can't pass that up.
Yeah, it's too cool. Tevia says that he forgot that this was from the New 52.
Yeah, exactly.
But honestly, if I had to choose, I think this is cooler. Way cooler because you've got
Yeah.
the cape of ashes of Krypton on you. You've got like this programmable gun type of thing. New 52 never had that. So
No, it
the
never did. Oh, by the way, Superman's mom uses a gun.
This is something you gotta pick up with Brit.
This is such a I have. This is such a Snyderverse tribute thing where I'm like, so you're telling me a Batman doesn't use a gun and Superman doesn't kill? Well, I literally have a universe where he does that.
So, what would you give the artwork then? What would you rate the artwork?
Artwork 10 out of 10. Writing 9.5 again.
Yeah. Same. I would say 11 out of 10 for the artwork. Okay.
Yeah. It's real. It's stellar. Stellar.
I wish there was a video game based on this.
It depends. If this universe is big, I think that it could.
I'm just saying, imagine a video game based on the apps of the universe. It would sell like hotcakes. The artwork is brilliant, 10 out of 10. The storytelling, I find that very interesting leading into next issue. Which, by the way, the next issue I heard is very good because I was just watching Comics Explains video.
Yeah, Brit showed me it, and oh boy. As soon as she sent it to me, I dropped in our group chat that Absolute Superman is a badass.
So I'm going to put this right now. Next week's episode, it's Absolute Superman number 4 and Absolute Wonder Woman number 4, I believe. So we'll be doing we'll be doing 2 number 4s, and then to end it off, we'll be doing Absolute Batman number 5 and Absolute Superman number 5. So stay tuned for those. Those ones are going to be really interesting, I think, to pick up and read. But yeah, Jared, like, how do you feel about today's issues? Like, how do you feel between?
Pretty good, solid issues. The Absolute Universe is really fun. I'm digging it. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they put out. I do like how they basically confirm that they're not going to like bring in like absolute versions of like every character. Like they're going to keep it simple and contained because that's what you need. You don't want it to get too like crazy.
Like New 52 was.
Yeah, because when the New 52 launched, it was 52 number ones. Now, it didn't last all 52, but the very fact that there was like 52 things you had to be like in on is a bit much. Luckily with this, I see what I think what the Absolute Universe seems to be is they're applying the lessons learned from what happened with the New 52.
Yeah, so Branderstory is saying, which begs the question, why normal Superman comics not written with care like this?
Well, it's very simple, Brown. It's because because it's an alternate universe, you can well, if you mean like the Champion of the Oppressed stuff, there's no reason not to be, because here's the problem. A lot of writers, and Britt and I talk about this all the time on the show, people forget that Superman was not created in the 1980s when post-crisis started. Because here's the thing about this. So obviously, as we know, Superman was created in 1938, and he was originally supposed to be a champion for social equality. In fact, on the back of the DC Finest trade that I have somewhere here, I have so many comics. It says Champion of the Oppressed, and Superman was really supposed to, and that's actually what they were homaging in like Grant Morrison's Action Comics. And with this, what they're trying to get back to is the roots of the character. The problem with Post-Crisis is that Post-Crisis has the same issue that the DCAU does. What I mean by that is people that are fans of it take it as the absolute gospel, and there's nothing wrong with it. Where if you look at Post-Crisis, it was very much ignore Clark's Kryptonian heritage, focus more on the Clark Kent human thing to both prop up Lois and to like xenophobically turn Superman into rah rah America, which you can't necessarily. Let me put it this way: Superman being an American hero is part of his heritage because he was invented here in America. But you can't like go full on like on that. He ain't Captain America. So when you get like absolute Superman, it's kind of a return to you can have the stagnant Superman you have now in the main continuity, and you can have the way better Superman you have here.
So I wanted to ask because I think like the whole ordeal with the DCAU, I really did not like the fact that Shazam was even more powerful than Superman. I'm sorry, no.
In some ways, he kind of is, because remember, Superman is vulnerable to magic. And where does Shazam get his powers from?
Magic.
There
No,
you
but
go.
he's also weakened by the Manhunters.
Well, remember what they wanted to do so they wanted to use Superman, but the problem is they didn't know how to write Superman not like overpowered. So they were like, so they depowered Superman in that show. He was a little more vulnerable.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but at least they had a legitimate reason for it.
Yeah, so what I was going to ask you, Jared, is obviously the absolute universe is skyrocketing. I wanted to ask you the rating of this week's issue.
Of which comic?
Of Absolute Superman, the rating of overall.
How would I rate it? I told you 9.5.
Oh, 9.5. Okay. I thought because you said the artwork and the writing.
Both. Brown says, I don't have problems with Superman being an American hero. I just have a problem with Superman being too nice which they pushed in post-crisis. Well, even if you look at post-crisis, the dude is a dick in post-crisis to everyone.
Yeah.
Don't tell Robert I said that, but the thing about it, do you know why? Do you know who's the major reason why the new 52 reboot happened, Taladia? Post-crisis Superman. Jim Lee has said this because the Superman character got a little like stagnant. So they were like, okay, so how do we reinvent the character? So they did the whole reinvention process, which led to the new 52 Superman. They're like, wait a minute. Why don't we just do this wholesale and just reboot the whole line? There you go.
I'm still baffled with what you just said.
Jim Lee has said it himself in the documentary they did on his life. His life.
Oh wow! Now sorry, Jared, if I feel like I've taken back from that because I've never watched that documentary.
We should watch it. That'd be fun.
That'll be something I'll definitely take a look into. But yeah, I'm still digging the absolute universe. But like you said as well, like post crisis was a mess, right? From start to finish was a mess, right? So Tevia says as well, I did not know this was Jim Lee's idea. I assumed that Dan Dio idea.
It was a group effort, but I know that I learned about it in the Jim Lee documentary, which, you know what, screw it. Let's do a watch along of it sometime on my Discord.
That'd be fun to do. Boundary Store is saying, so Superman actually killed criminals.
Everyone killed in the Golden Age.
Wow. I mean, Batman's
first adventure, but he had a gun strapped to his hip and he threw someone in a pit of acid.
So you're saying that's how he basically got the Joker, because he threw someone in?
No. This character is not the Joker. It's another character.
Okay.
In the Joker, he just accidentally knocked into acid. This one, he intentionally threw into acid. Batman legit hung someone from the bat plane.
Oh my
Noose
God.
and everything. There was also one where he's flying. where he's flying over some criminals and just drive by shoots them.
Jared, you know what? You got me intrigued into checking these out.
Golden Age comics are crazy, bro.
Tavia says, "Yep, that's correct. Heck, we can count Wonder Woman killing in the Golden Age
Yep.
too." Yeah, I mean,
Of the Trinity, Wonder Woman is the one most likely to kill even now.
Yeah, for sure. Brand Destroyer says, in the Golden Age, Batman murdered deleted criminals, employing bank range with a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what when they didn't like the idea of guns, they changed it.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, if that serves me right.
Well, that was because they need, and when the Comics Code Authority started up, they needed to like kidify the superheroes, and that's where all their edge went away.
Mm-hmm. So I think this is a good way where we can segue into Q&As.
Yep,
guys. So let me just do the transition. 1 second. Transition. All right, now this guys, this is where you guys start asking myself and Jared questions on anything really, video games, comics. You guys can ask us anything on even the comics today. You can ask us questions on. Jared, here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
With I saw your video, and I know you're going to be selling off those Wonder Woman comics back. What sort of comics would you be picking up?
Probably, I have to see what my store has when I get there. Normally, what I don't necessarily go in there with a plan a lot. I will say, if they have an omnibus of Golden Age Wonder Woman, I'll pick that up, definitely. My plan is to trade in crappy Wonder Woman comics for good Wonder Woman comics.
Okay.
That's my plan.
And like, obviously, I have a question. Okay. So we got Brand Destroyer saying something. It says, the problem is even after Comics Code ended, post-crisis crowd pushed these characters not to bring back the Golden Age stuff, which makes these characters more popular in the first place. That's what Brand Destroyer says, which is true, right, Jared?
Mm-hmm.
To
yeah.
Brand Destroyer. And Tavia says, question, guys. I'm wondering if you've seen your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man animated series.
It didn't come out today, Tavia. It came out last week, but the new episodes came out today. I like parts of it. The thing about that, I do like the comic book style that they went through in terms of art style, and sometimes some of the scenes are in panels. I don't like how they raised and gender bent a lot of the characters, and I don't like his default Spider-Man suit.
I'm iffy on it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm iffy on the show because after the first 3 episodes, I was just like, am I gonna really react to it? I don't think I will. So
have you guys watched the new Sony movie? Which one? You guys be a little more specific. Are you talking Craven? I haven't watched Craven yet.
No, I haven't watched Craven either.
I did complete Penguin. I liked it a lot.
Yes. Oh, Superman and Lois won an award.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's really dope.
Yeah. Yeah, he said Craven.
I haven't watched Craven yet. I want to. Morbid curiosity. I'm interested in it. I got
a pun.
On streaming.
I got a pun. It's
Are you craving some Craven?
It's Craven time.
That doesn't work as good as Morbid time. That's why I say I'm craving some Craven.
Okay.
Have you seen the Fantastic Four trailer? Yes, I have. Yes. That looks dope. I was talking to a buddy of mine about it. I think the reason why the Thing looks so good is because what they could be doing. Remember when those set photos leaked of that practical Thing suit?
Mm-hmm.
What I think they're doing is most of the Thing is practical, and what they're doing is they're using CGI to augment it. Like, I would not be surprised if maybe his jaw, like when he talks, is CGI, but the rest of him is like normal.
I was surprised by it, right? And if you haven't seen my reaction, what you guys doing? Head over to the video section of the Taladi Plays YouTube page and check out the reaction
Check that out.
because I did the reaction to the trailer, and I gotta say, as a DC fan, first time watching something like this, I was blown away. So, uh, no, I haven't. I saw the Jurassic Park.
I saw Jurassic Park trailer. Oh boy.
We are in trouble up here.
If Superman is kind of in trouble because both movies look dope.
I was at Jurassic Park at Jurassic Park, right? There's no changing that, right? But Fantastic Four, ooh, it's hard to tell if it's a Fantastic Four. I want to
think
see.
it's gonna be fun.
I want to see all three of them.
Oh, I'll see all three of them. I just think it's interesting that like Superman is gonna be sandwiched in between these two.
It's like the lettuce. It's like the lettuce of a sandwich.
The weirdly rendered lettuce. Yes, that is correct.
Budget of Superman movie. Don't know.
I've heard anywhere from 180 to like 300 million. I don't know.
I don't know. If I had to guess, 350, 300. That's my guess. Come on, keep questions coming in. If you got any questions about comics, put them in. Feel free to ask us about the Absolute Universe. Jared is the comics lord, guys. He has comics knowledge. I'm the gaming lord, so you can ask me gaming stuff. So Tevye is asking, which is going to be interesting to see Superman going against both movies at the same time.
Yeah, that will be interesting.
I also think what's also going to be interesting, Jared, is the next trailer for Superman. If we're going to get a little teaser of Supergirl.
Could be because I believe he said he at least somewhat confirmed that Supergirl is going to be in the movie. I don't know. Are you reading All In? How's it going? I'm reading a bunch of All In books. So far, the only one I hate is Wonder Woman for obvious reasons because it's Tom King. But in terms of what I'm reading in terms of All In, Superman Action Comics, Batman Detective, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, obviously all three Absolute books. Justice League. I picked up one of the issues of Justice League Adam Project, which was fun. New Gods is freaking dope. I'm putting that on my pull list. But these, honestly, All In is actually doing pretty dope.
It says canon All In.
Yeah, so it's basically a bunch of All In books, and so far I gotta hand it to DC. They're doing fantastic at creating a solid template universe.
I'll be honest with you though, Jared. I haven't checked out the rest of the All In books after that special. I just checked the Absolute Universe because I was just more invested in the dark and gritty side of it.
Well, of course, based upon our favorite superhero movies, I'm pretty sure I can guess why. Ironic, you know what's ironic is that the universe is established by someone named Snyder always turn out to be awesome.
Hence the title, Snyder Fans Read Comics.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you know what's kind of funny? I just realized that it kind of works out. We're covering a bunch of like Absolute books. It's started by Scott Snyder too. So there you go. That actually works really well.
That works really well. So, got any more questions, guys? Keep them coming in because we do have like 20 minutes, maybe less, before we wrap up.
Brown, it looks like the Absolute books that are confirmed is Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, obviously, Green Lantern. Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and Flash.
Now I'm interested in Flash.
Flash is good. Apparently, it's going to be Wally West, and he doesn't have the Speed Force apparently. So I'm interested to see how they kind of change the universe there.
Yeah, and Green Lantern apparently, Hal Jordan's already Green Lantern apparently. So
yeah.
So obviously I'm a bit like, okay, how does that work? Because
it depends on like how they change like the lore of like Green Lantern or the Flash, in other words, and all that.
So Tevia's asking, with Invincible season 3 coming out tomorrow, I'm curious if you guys are gonna cover or do reactions to the episodes similar to Superman and Lois show.
I'll cover them on CLD.
Jared will cover them on CLD. For me, I obviously won't be able to do reactions because Amazon likes to hit people with copyright claims.
Yeah. Before you guys say, when I say I'll react to it on CLD, I just mean I'll discuss what happened in the episode. I'm not doing it's very rare for me to do reactions for that reason.
Yeah. Absolute Master Manhunter says Banderstroy says he's interested in. Mooncat Blue, welcome to the stream.
What's up?
He says, did anyone see the Batman Easter egg in the Superman movie, Stag Enterprise?
Yes. That's the advantage of having a fully established DC universe.
Brand Destroyer says Batman had DCEU Batman costume in Creature Commandos.
Mm-hmm.
Did it?
It looked like it from a distance. They were intentionally ambiguous, at least according to Gunn, in terms of like what the Batman costume looked like. Like it was very shrouded because they didn't have the costume like narrowed down yet.
And Kevin says Absolute Flash he's interested in for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I'm also invested in other shows. Currently, I mean superhero shows. I'm actually Daredevil.
Jared. Yeah.
We gotta talk about Daredevil at one of these points.
Yep, I'm down for that. I love Daredevil.
Like we gotta have like a discussion on a UTC episode or something where we just talk about the lore of Daredevil and all the individual costumes that he's had over the years.
That's a lot.
No, I mean the yellow one, the red one, the red and yellow.
I know it's a lot. He's had a lot of other costumes.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just a suggestion because I think it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool for us to have like a type of conversation, guys. I know some of you guys obviously.
Show launches, we can talk about that.
Yeah. Tevia says, "Oh, I can't wait for Daredevil Born Again. It's going to be awesome. Great idea." Yeah, I'll definitely be doing reactions for Daredevil Born Again because I think that show needs to be covered for sure. It's better than Spider-Man animated series. X-Men 97 Part 2. I'm just waiting for that. I need that. Brand Destroyer says, do you think in Superman and Absolute have any other job apart from reporting?
So far, no, because I think he's kind of on the run right now. So I think that's like his, I guess you'd call it day job, besides being Superman, is hiding. He's a professional hide-and-go-seek player.
Hide-and-go-seek player. But yeah, that makes sense. Do you think he'll wear glasses? That's a question.
It depends on what they want to do. Again,
like the square glasses, or
it depends on what they want to do. How different do they want to go?
Speaking of movies, I'm just wondering if you guys are going to check out Captain America: Brave New World.
Yeah, of course. We watch all of them.
We watch all of them, and Jared's got the Captain America shield. You guys saw it in his latest video.
Should I break it out?
Break it out.
And by the way, next week we will be having a Captain America discussion for my podcast.
That's
made of aircraft grade aluminum.
Wow. I'm jealous.
So what I'm wondering is, can that actually stop a bullet?
It'll be interesting to see how he hides it and how. Octavia says your shield looks amazing.
Thank you.
I gotta say, right? Any DC merchandise you picked up recently, right? Which has been
Mhm.
your most favorite to pick up?
Hot Toys, probably. My little Snyderverse collection there.
Not Hot Toys. We're not including Hot Toys.
All right, the Trident.
The Trident. Okay, that's fair. The
Or like the Batman versus Superman McFarlane Toys Wonder Woman.
okay. Uh, Apparently, Brandon Store is saying Riri Williams movie. What happened to that?
Show and I don't care. I get the feeling that that's gonna be a flop. I gotta say,
Yeah, I think that's gonna flop too.
because no one cares about Riri. Why is she getting a series?
I don't know who that is. To be honest with you, I don't know who that is.
Okay, that's the one that when he who must not be named. Actually, no, this is on your channel, so I can say this. When Bendis created her, he, I like to think, didn't know, but she shared her superhero name Ironheart is actually the name of the Japanese adult entertainment parody of Iron Man.
No way.
Yeah, I don't think he knew that, which is hilarious.
No way. Uh, the Wonder Man show, we don't know much about Tevia, so I can't really answer that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like, it could be good, but
But
again, care.
the actor who's playing Wonder Man is actually going to be really cool. I dig
Black
that.
Manta.
Black Manta, yes, I dig that. So I'm very much invested in other shows. I do wanna check out. Moon Cat Creative has a question for me. Will we see the Injustice 3 video game this year? Thank you for the warm welcome. No,
I don't think so because it's if you say announced this year, mm, what do you think?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think we're gonna get any Injustice related content
Honestly,
this year.
good because I hate that universe so much.
The reason why I say that is because they still got other projects that still need to get out the window. They still got to get the Wonder Woman game stuff for that. There's still WB Montreal's game they got to get out the window. There's also Rocksteady's, whatever Rocksteady's got coming and piping up. So they want to push those out before jumping from MK1 to Injustice. So I'm being brutally honest. Injustice 3 won't happen for quite a while because there's too many complications for that because there's two different endings. Um, that's why take that as it is. Mooncat Blue. Brandon Store is asking Swamp Thing happening in the Gunverse or separate?
That's a good question. They keep going back and forth on that freaking show. It's like the director's like it's very separate from like the overall DC universe, and I'm like, okay.
Like, yeah, I'm just like I was confused on that too. Like, is it part of James Gunn's universe or is it going to be separate thing like an Elseworld story? You know what I would like it to be? I would like it to be a part of Keanu Reeves' Constantine
That
universe.
can work, and then we can get a Justice League Dark movie with like Keanu Reeves as Constantine.
Yeah, I would love for that to be the case. I don't know how you guys feel about that, guys. Put it in the comment section below because we would like to hear your thoughts on that. Keanu Reeves and Swamp Thing, that would be epic. Now, we have 15 minutes or less. I want to say this though, guys. I want to put this out there. I will not be doing any streams next month due to the fact that Ramadan is starting. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. Jared, question for you. Out of all the DC and Marvel books that you've covered throughout 2024, which has been your favorite? I know it's a hard. I know it's a hard one. I know it's a hard one.
We
But
covered some good books last year. Absolute Wonder Woman.
okay. That's fair.
I gotta say that because man, after the travesty that was Tom King's Wonder Woman, it's nice to have a little comfort book because that's pretty much what it has become.
I'm glad you said that because I thought you would have said you know I thought you would have said something else like a Marvel book. Really, I
Hmm.
would have thought. But
Hmm.
Brand Destroyer says I don't want Justice League Dark done by James Gunn or anywhere close proximity by James Gunn.
It could end up being that, Brown. I got news for you. With
It
how
could.
like it's even the gun is, I really think he could do that. Plus, again, it's one of those characters where it's one of those IPs where it's all up Gun's alley, where it's like a bunch of obscure characters.
Obscure characters,
Hmm.
as Ben Affleck would say, fictional characters.
Hmm.
Um, so we also got the DC animation side of it. We also heard about Blue Beetle and
Eh, I'm just like, just it should
canon.
not be continuing.
It should be canned.
Hmm.
Is that what you're
It
saying?
should be because guess what? It's from the like it or not, it came out in the old regime. Nothing from the old regime should be continuing. Nothing.
Hmm. So I think that's a good way to wrap up things, guys. I hope you have enjoyed our discussion and Q&A for today's stream. Guys, sorry we've been away for 3 weeks. Jared has this thing, I've had my thing, and there's plenty. We got like one more stream before we break up for a month, and then we'll be back in a month's time. So, Jared, please let the world know what you got coming up on your channel, and please let them know where they can find you on social media and all that good stuff, because people
Dope.
would need to know
So
where to find you.
so you can find me at Comics League, obviously, where I just released a tour of my Wonder Woman collection. I also have a Super Wonder Legacy episode where Britt and I went over Superman and Wonder Woman Earth
Mm.
1. And this week we're talking about African American superheroes, like all the milestone characters and a few other very interesting comic book parodies. Let me put it to you that way. And for movie night, we're talking about the future Avengers movie, which is essentially the Kid Avengers. So we're completing that trilogy. And then for Under Two Capes, I'm still working through what I want to do for that tomorrow. But also tomorrow for gaming, I am covering a Justice League Cosmic Chaos. And then next week, since Captain America is coming out, we're going to do a Captain America UTC episode. Also, next week is my birthday, so I'll be doing a birthday stream for that. And
Happy
it's on Thursday.
birthday!
Thank you. And yeah, so that's what I got planned so far.
Okay, cool. As for me, guys, so after today, I'll be doing maybe one Marvel Rivals content. I was supposed to do it last week, but my internet's been acting up really weird. So I will be doing some content on that on Marvel Rivals. We'll have viewer matches, do that, and also I'm collaborating with Joypad Jake again, as we're going to be talking about if DC make their very own Marvel Rivals and how we would do it. So we'll be talking about that, and then obviously I'll be on Movie Matters Entertainment and Chainsaw Reacts and a few other people's channels and having a discussion about movie news and gaming news and all sorts. So make sure you guys do check out there. If you want to follow me on social media, on X currently, I will be on X for a few more months and I'll be making the transitions over. But it's at Taladia Plays _ on Twitch. I'll be at Taladia Plays and Threads and Blue Skies at Taladia Plays. I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell because when a video or a live stream that I do, you will be notified for that type of content. So until the next live stream for Snyder Fans Read Comics, we hope you enjoyed. Until then, stay safe out there. Have a wonderful day, wonderful morning, wonderful evening, a wonderful afternoon, wherever you're in the world. And stay safe out there, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.
Yep.